Welcome to the Cultivation Academy, the online growing training for startup cannabis entrepreneurs just like you and myself. I'm super excited to have you here in the 2020 Cultivation Academy. This program is going to last from October the 3rd through September the 7th. Um, we're going to kick off what the Cultivation Academy is and what it's actually about. The Cultivation Academy is near and dear to my heart. My kids have gone to STEM programming, and I really love the way that they facilitated information and allowed the kids to learn. Not that anybody is kids, but I always understand that education is principled in some of the same things, right? And so the Cultivation Academy is a private STEAM, STEAM based online training portal for startup cannabis entrepreneurs, again, like you and myself. The Academy is designed to equip the most inexperienced cultivator with the skills necessary to successfully pull off a bigger than average harvest. That's what we specialize in over at keepitsimple.com. Why a STEAM program? I kind of hinted at this a little bit before. Our program is based in hydroponic food production. That is at the core of the curriculum, and teaching a skill that can be used to create food within what we call food deserts, right? Places where you don't get an opportunity to get fresh produce. All you see is fast food restaurants, and nobody's pulling food from the ground naturally, right? Those are considered food deserts, and believe it or not, America has far too many of them for us to consume as much food as we do. The Cultivation Academy program is based in science, technology, engineering, and math. Again, that is the STEM core. Arts was added later to the STEM program, making it STEAM. And STEAM is critical to empowering the community, right? It's all about teaching you a skill, a vocation. Some of you guys may have you should be old enough to have gone to a school that offered vocation classes, right? The shop classes and those kind of things. And that was actually a STEM-based program, right? But it is to empower the community with skills that promote economic mobility, right? Our missions, I love to talk about the missions. The Cultivation Academy missions, they're summed up in our top 5 goals. And those goals are to deploy cannabis cultivation as a vocation. We just talked about that. To encourage independent thinking regarding cultivation and hopefully have the education lessen some of the stigma. You know, the more educated you are, the more confident you tend to be in those things. So we're going to help you develop some of that confidence in your cannabis garden. Develop problem solving skills. That's another one of those things. As you grow, you're going to start to see your crop do different things. Each crop is different. Each plant is different. No matter what you're doing, some of the plants are going to respond differently. As we get deeper, we'll talk about pheno hunting and pheno searching and those kind of things. And then we want to promote meaningful collaboration. The Cultivation Academy is the epitome of that, right? I'm taking all the things that people have helped me learn or taught me, or I had to learn the hard way, and we're gonna use it as we have been, kind of weaving it into some of the business here locally and helping them improve their profit margins. And then we're going to establish a grow anywhere culture, which is why I love hydroponic cultivation. Growing with water is millions and millions and millions of years old, right? There's remnants in the hanging gardens. You can find it in the ancient civilization of pharaohs and the pyramids, Egyptians. Wow, could not find that word, but in the Egyptian culture, millions of years ago, this plant has been grown in just water. So I love soilless media. We talked about non-arable soils. That just means that, for instance, North Carolina has a lot of red clay dirt, right? And before you plant something out here, you have to amend that soil, and you're adding things to that soil so the roots can get down in there and also receive oxygen at the root zones. I'm gonna dive a whole lot deep because I love talking about cannabis. But before I get ahead of myself, let's talk about who the Cultivation Academy is for. This is for you, maybe someone a friend or a family member. You're a startup cannabis entrepreneur looking for experienced answers. You may want to save some money, right? Or make a little bit of money by growing your own cannabis. You want coaching to advance your current cultivation skill, right? I get an opportunity to meet a lot of you guys who are closet growers like I started out. and you're doing some good things. You just want to tweak some things to get more from your small grow, right? Or you're looking to start a commercially licensed cannabis farm operation. If you are looking to do that number four, that last thing, you want to start a commercially licensed cannabis farm operation. First things first, in the growers group at the top, you're going to find a link with an FDA link, or a lot of government links are in that post. That post is going to take you to a map, and it's going to show you where the legalization is for your specific area, the penalties, and all the things that come in contact with that. But you want to get licensed. If you're going to start a commercially licensed cannabis farm, the operative word is licensed. Here in North Carolina, our Department of Agriculture is located at ncagr.gov. Yours is msagr.gov, flagr.gov, whatever your state's abbreviations, .gov plus agr.gov should get you to that site that can give you a whole lot more guidance on what the cannabis laws are in your area. Stop there first, go there first, right? So now we're going to break down what's ahead. I like to get in here and kind of start with the end in mind. That you're going to hear me say that a couple more times, but this is how the Cultivation Academy, or the Cultivate Masterclass, is broken down. It's 6 weeks. Each week you're going to get a live video like this, very similar to this. This is our orientation video to help you get. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not missing any messages, because they are coming in fast. The Cultivation 101, we're going to start there to introduce you to cannabis cultivation. That is this live video right here, this course here. At the end of it, we're going to talk about some really cool things. Cultivate 102 is preparing your environment. We're going to dig into the structure and how to help you get the most out, get a bigger yield out of a smaller grow, right? I teach efficiency, so you're not wasting that money. I'll tell a story about why I've got all these thousands of dollars of materials that are laying in my warehouse due to just some poorly given advice, right? Some things that we didn't need, and we're going to solve those problems for you. Then we're going to move into week 3, choosing what and how to grow. We're going to start again with the end in mind. The way that you grow, or how you grow, is based on what you're trying to grow for. If you're familiar with cannabis, you know that it can be used for a variety of different things. You talk about clothing, you talk about biofuels, you talk about biodegradable plastics, right? I normally have a hemp shirt on, but there's a lot that you can grow for, and we'll break that down in week 3. Week 4, we're going to move into understanding your light cycle. Your light cycle is critically important. If you are growing as a closet grower or a small grow, you want 1 or 2 plants, right? We're going to talk about some strategies to help you maximize those. And you may not even need that light cycle situation, so we'll break that down. And then we'll move to week 5, which is one of the top reasons new growers kill plants: the nutrients. People are burning plants left and right out there, right? So if you can hang in there to week 5, we're going to break that down and help you not burn a plant, right? I've killed a lot of plants learning this thing that I'm going to tell you about. And then we're going to move into week 6. Week 6 is quite possibly one of the most important weeks if you are growing outdoors, if you're growing in a greenhouse, or if you are growing in an environment that is subjected to little small bugs. Pest control is important. Ready for the next cultivation training? Join the Cultivation Academy to get more professional cultivation training online.